We can always start it awkward like we are right now. Welcome. This is how we started it.
This is how we start. We're not sure how to start, and
Does anyone know how to start anything?
No, I think things just go.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why the gun was a big thing in a race.
Really?
I think so many people were so like, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. And someone just pulled a gun out, and then they shot it in the air, and then it's like, everyone just ran, and they were like, that's how we start races
Wait. Races started from, but no one ran in the right direction, right?
No, but then they that's what it started.
Really?
And then they can, and
You
then they
know
put
that
it together.
for a
No,
fact?
I'm just riffing.
Oh, okay, because I believe this.
Yeah, but it could be true.
It probably is.
It probably is true.
Yeah. Welcome to this podcast. We are...
That's what we need, though, by the way. We need a gun to start the pod.
I'm Canadian. I freak out.
The first gun. Why'd you buy your first gun? We had to start a podcast, and we didn't really know how to start.
And it was a real one, and we just did it in a room.
There's just holes from every show that we do. By the way, have you ever shot guns before?
Once. But I'll definitely get into this, but we definitely need to say what the podcast is. So
this is the first podcast.
Welcome. This is our first podcast. I'm Kim McVicar.
I'm Mike Masilotti.
And this is Picture Day podcast on all things. Normally we'll have a guest, but we want to just intro what the podcast is today.
Yeah, it's mostly about childhood things, growing up, everything up till roughly senior year. Then once your parents stop caring, we stop caring. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah.
That's like a good life tag.
Yeah,
once your parents stopped caring, I stopped caring. That's a good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That feels right. That feels right.
I think it's
but
annoying.
I have shot a gun. Sorry.
I think it's annoying when parents care beyond the 18.
Well, no, I love my mom. She cares so much about me.
But I mean, like my nephew is 14,
okay.
So he can get his license in 2 years, and his mom and dad were like, that's not happening. So it was just like, he doesn't get that decision at all.
Is it because he's just like, they don't trust him to
he's
drive
just a goofy
well?
kid.
Yeah, they're saving other lives. It may not be because they're coddling him. It may be because
they're
he's not ready
the
yet.
rest of us.
Yeah, they're just saving the world.
That's actually not a bad
They know
thing.
their kid.
Yeah, that's true.
They're probably protecting us.
Yeah, very true.
I appreciate. Keep them off the road.
Yeah, I think kids driving at 16 is crazy.
Well, and also, but cars now are easy to drive, right? Like, you don't have to drive them anymore. And what kind of car is he getting, too? Because I feel like if you give your kid a Tesla at 16, who cares?
If there's a speed, they should put, like, you know how you have, like, a breathalyzer to like, drive your drunk? If you're a kid, they should have, like, a speed, like, you can't go over, like, 30.
Oh, that'd be so
maybe,
scary.
like, no highways.
I feel like there's a scary movie there.
Like a kid's
a kid's trying to go faster, but he can't
because he's a teenager.
Because he's a teen and it won't
like,
go.
Oh, no.
Or it's like an adult who steals a teen's car and is like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not going to go past 16. Screwed.
They're just screwed.
Oh, what a terrible world.
So you shot a gun. Where'd you shoot a gun?
I think it was in a backyard.
Mm-hmm. Good place to start.
It was somewhere in the middle of America.
How old were you?
I was an adult. I was mid-20s.
Okay. Middle of America. That was mine too.
And
very funny.
It was a big long gun. I don't know what those are, but like
okay. Like a rifle? Shotgun? It wasn't a shotgun.
I think it's like it was like brown and long and very like what I'd assume an old-timey gun would be.
Did you go like...
I don't remember. I only did this one time, and I was like, I think I shot it twice and was like, I'm done. Okay. I never want to, because I went... And nothing, obviously, at nothing. No, I don't remember. I don't think it was at anything. But I heard a noise and was like, I'm done. This is so scary. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would do it now, but I would want to do it at a gun range and understand that. But they scare me because everyone has a gun.
Yeah, I did it. So I shot them a couple times as a kid. Like with my buddies, they're like, hey, my friend's got a 22.
Did your family have guns?
No, no, not at all. But like my buddy just had once. We went out to his land. You know, like one of your friend that had like his family had land. Mm-hmm. So we went out there. It was like upstate New York, and he had like a couple guns he handed us. And we were just shooting them into the woods and all having like a good time. Like nothing. He wouldn't let us shoot the gnarly ones like he would. And then
what's a gnarly gun?
Like the actual like the ones that you'd see like the school shooters
use. If you saw in my head what I saw as a gnarly gun, I don't know why it had swirls. I was like, what? Are there like, is there like a cool gun that like, you know, that when you drop the marble gun and it spins down and does like a weird thing to get your gum like that, but a gun.
But a gun.
Then I would buy a gun then.
Yeah, if they were more. That's true. If they didn't have to just be so serious.
If it was a little bit sillier, I'd probably buy a gun.
I do think that they should make different kinds of bullets, like non-lethal, like fun ones. Like,
they should.
Like so you get shot and you think you're dying, and it's like, is that a fart? And then it's just like, oh man, you shot me with a fart.
Well, isn't that a pellet gun? But not a fart. But I think everyone should just be allowed paint guns and that's it. Because those hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
That's enough. Yeah. You don't need real guns.
And then you wake up in the morning and you have like paint all over you. And you're like, man, I got fucked up last night.
Man, I must have been mean because someone shot me.
Yeah. And I think you're right. Paint guns hurt. Whenever I shot paintball once again in the woods with my friends, but he had a
so creepy.
I didn't have a paintball gun like all the kids did, so he gave me like a single load like pistol, and everyone laughed at me, and I was just like, "Fuck you guys," and I got killed.
Because you didn't have enough. Yeah.
It was like the poor kid, you want to come play with us? Hey everyone, let's just shoot at Mike. Worst case scenario. And I literally just hid behind a tree, like way off.
How old are we talking?
12.
Okay, and so body mass wise, were you skinny?
Yeah, I was like 140. I was a tiny kid.
Thank you for saying 140 is tiny. Much appreciated in my adult life. But okay, so yeah.
It sucked, but yeah, I don't know. But I wasn't a gun guy growing up. But when I shot, so I went like 20 years, and then I went to Oklahoma to do shows. And some audience members like, yo,
wait. You shot a gun with a random stranger?
Yeah.
This is so messed up.
And this is one of the craziest thing. So he apparently is a comedian, but like I didn't see him do comedy. He just like came up to me. He's like, I'm a comic too. You want to shoot guns? I was like, yeah, that sounds great. So then we
How many drinks are you in? You had to. Yeah.
Yeah, we were
drinking.
It's fair.
But
we were in Oklahoma, so we have to go.
Yeah. You have to go with someone who has a gun.
This is the thing, though. We go to his house, and he starts putting, like, I'm not exaggerating, multiple guns in this pickup. I'm with Craig Conant, and he's putting multiple guns in this fucking thing. And we're just like, all right, this is a little weird. And then we go to his other spot, and he opens a safe and grabs more guns. So, like, 3 stops to pick up guns. Like, 3 different. The third stop, Craig is like, hey, we got enough guns, bro. And he's like, no, but here I have this thermite powder that he wanted to put in a barrel. When you shoot the powder, it fucking explodes like a bomb. And that was super. We didn't end up, he couldn't find the powder, but we ended up shooting at his land. It was very fun. Point is, next time I went to Oklahoma, someone else brought me shooting because I told that story. And then we went to a range, and it was terrifying because it's so loud when you were in there.
I didn't know that. And don't they give you like earbuds?
Yeah, but you can feel every gunshot. Great. I would like feel, and like there's holes all around you.
No,
like,
that's not okay because it's like you missed. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, is this a Rick of fucking shit? Like, what is this?
I don't like that.
It was crazy, and the whole time, like you said, there's people around you with guns that I don't know at all, and it just felt so.
Did the guy who brought you on the gun thing the first time try to tell you jokes?
He was trying to be silly the whole time.
I feel like you have to laugh at a guy who has multiple gun places.
Yeah, but he was very, you know what I will say? He was very, very, they're always like very safe, like people. Like
they should be.
I stood almost in front of where my buddy was shooting, like just the line, and he wasn't going to get me at all. And the guy was like, hey, whoever's shooting, you got to stand behind. Like they were.
Oh, okay. So it felt scary until he's.
Yeah, and then when you're on his land, it's like, oh, this is fine. And then when you shoot it, you didn't. Like the sound just dissipated. So it didn't, even the bigger guns weren't that loud. This guy, you know, when they're going to rent guns, everyone wants to look like a man. I was like, just give me like what a cop uses, and you shoot that thing, and goddamn, when you shoot a pistol, I was like, this is this is crazy. It just felt like, I didn't grow up with that. If you're a cop or a criminal, that's who had guns in my neighborhood. Yeah. Or if you're a hunter.
That's normal.
If you're in the woods somewhere.
That's what it is. They're supposed to be, right?
I guess.
I don't know. I'm not judging anyone.
I want a gun now.
I get it. It's like I understand it. I just don't know what I would do with it. It's kind of like kids. I don't know what I would do with it.
So I don't have
any. Right?
Same with the kid. Just leave them in a closet.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but the paintball guns I think would be a fun. Just
Did you water gun fight as a kid?
Love water guns.
Did you?
But that was the one thing we kind of could. We didn't have the super soaker, but the rip off, I forgot what it was called, was actually like pretty close to a super soaker. So you just had to over pump that fucker. Yeah,
I definitely had a water gun. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I feel like every kid needs a water gun.
That's fun.
That's a big thing. Yeah, like because paintball guns hurt. They stain clothes.
Water guns are fine.
Water guns are fine. And it's you know what, though? You don't think it's a waste of resources?
I don't know. We used the water hose. It wasn't like you got filtered water.
Yeah, that's a bougie fight.
That's a lot. Can you imagine? Excuse me, Fiji? I have to get my Evian water.
Oh, man, what a bummer. You know the worst is when you have those little water guns and they shoot
disappearing,
like
reappearing ink. No. Oh, did you have that as a kid? No. Oh, that was so huge. Like a little.
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh, I think I had a little water gun, like a tiny little guy, and I poured a little bit. No, I used to buy that invisible.
Well, like what do you? So how do you even show it?
So it would shoot like blue, like a dark blue, and you would get mad at me, like what the fuck? And then it would disappear. But I'm pretty sure it still stained your clothes.
He was like, oh, cool.
I'm pretty sure it was still terrible.
You go to a black light, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I think it made it yellow at the end or something.
I mean, like when you go to like a bar, and they're like, here's a shot, and they'll like spray a gun into someone's mouth.
Well, that is weird. I don't like that.
Right? Like, why don't this is like, it's just so awkward already. To be like taking a shot is just like, you know, all right, this is, especially when everyone's doing it together. Like now you're putting it in a gun and shooting it, like, and it's such a girl thing because a guy can't do it. Like, what if the guy wants a shot? The guy's gonna be like, all right, like hitting him in the eye.
You know what? Now I'm okay with it. I think it's good now that women are doing it. I feel like it's a repercussion of all of the men sex videos of them jacking off on chicks' faces. It's like
but the guy's usually the one shooting the gun.
Oh, okay, then I'm not okay
That's
with
what
it.
I'm saying.
If it was a woman just like throwing it down your throat, I'd be like, yeah, you deserve this.
I have had a girl.
I feel like I'm leaning over in a weird way to look at you.
How's it go? I know we're in class and there's like this nerdy kid in the middle of us and we're like trying to like talk around him.
Oh my God, how many notes did you pass as a kid?
Oh, I was the best, even though I got so embarrassed.
I love it when people are confident and cocky with like the most. I was the fucking king of passing notes. Okay,
I would make.
Oh, you don't even know how much paper I folded.
Oh, dude, I would put like messages in it, and like so I'd put like the first letter of every line, and if you read down the thing, it would say like "I love you, Sarah" or something stupid. You know what I mean? But I remember I told this girl she was my angel, but I spelled angel wrong. And I remember because all her friends were just like, oh, is she your angle? I was just like, oh man, I'm not only an idiot, this girl doesn't like me. And this is before, I don't know, that's why social media must be the worst for a kid.
I'm very glad it didn't.
Because like when I got home, that shit was done. You know what I mean? You get home and you're just like, oh, thank God. I can just go play on my PlayStation or like go on my, like.
There's no photo evidence.
There's no photo evidence of angle.
Or like people screenshotting texts and all that stuff.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine.
I think of that now because me and my friends, we rate each other.
But you could talk it in. So you would get the spelling wouldn't be an issue anymore. You just throw in an emoji or something.
Yeah, they could have bailed me out.
Yeah, they would have 100%.
Spell checked. Yeah, I think kids might just ask ChatGPT.
I often do. I have a Mac and there's like a little microphone button on it and you push it twice and you dictate your emails to people. I do that all the time.
I try to dictate text, but then I don't read them back, and sometimes
that's bad. You do have to read it back.
But then half the time the edits take longer than the damn text would have taken.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? But
I always just take it as I need to enunciate better.
Yeah, very true.
I'm like, okay, that's a word I need to work on. I'm growing as a person.
Well, speaking of growing as a person, I tried to start journaling this week.
Oh, how's that?
It is. I'll say something. I tried writing. Mm-hmm. I can't write.
It's hard.
Fast.
Your brain's faster.
Like 30 times. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying 9 different lines while I'm trying to write the first one. So then I go to type, which was a little easier. And then I just actually sat down and I do a voice journal.
That's better.
It rules.
I could do that.
It rules.
Because I tried to do something of like writing every day. Yeah. You're supposed to. And I was like, I can't physically.
Yeah.
I can't spell. And then I go back and I go to read it and it's not words.
Yeah, and it's not even what you were trying to get across. The feeling isn't there.
Well, I can't understand it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does this mean?
Yeah, and it's like I might not even read it. I might not even listen back, but at least I could.
You can if you want to.
Yeah, and I have I don't know.
I love that. I'm going to try that.
It helped a lot.
Is it just stream of consciousness?
Yeah, I did 5 minutes about what I feel right now, what I did this morning, and I just start talking about what I want to do today. It's all about the day. I just try to do 5 minutes. Like, what do I feel right now? How was this morning? And then it's stream of consciousness, but then you start thinking of shit, and then when I'm you double think, you'll think of something and you say that out loud, but then it'll stream. Like I'm just saying out loud even the double shit.
You should.
And then just to really, really get where I'm at across, I guess, in the thing, because like I like writing, I guess, but I hate the act of writing.
Well, I think I don't know. We both can't spell.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big part of it. It's like when it's hard, you know what word you want to say, but you don't know how to put it down properly. Mm-hmm. It's like whenever I do stand-up notes or something and someone goes to take them, like if you do like a spot where they like need
your set list.
Yeah. And I'm always like, oh, this is for me. So like you don't need to know what this means, but this is it. Because I'm sure they're spelled totally wrong.
Yeah, I'm the worst. But yeah, with the voice, the thing, it's like it gets you by with at least being able to be, because yeah, when you're journaling, you're trying to be honest. So then when I'm writing, and then when I'm even fucking writing, I look like a fucking idiot. And then half the time I'm just like,
your hand gets tired now.
Yeah, I literally am leaned over. I'm out of it. I'm completely disconnected from what the fuck I'm. And it's like I'm never gonna read this back.
Did you write as a kid ever?
No.
I think I did off and on. I used to do my journals or diaries out of order, where I'd never write. I still do this. I don't know why. I'm working on being better.
Tarantino'd the fucking.
I don't know. I just didn't like them being in order, so I would just randomly put them on different pages of the same book, and I never dated them. And so then it was like, I don't fucking know what this means. Fuck. Yeah. So if anyone ever went back and read my journal, they'd be thoroughly confused on the timeline.
You know why? Did you do that because of that?
I just don't like. I think it was me sticking it to the man of going in order. Like, I think I have a real issue with like being told how to do something. So I'm not going to do it that way, even if it would benefit me to do it that way.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
probably
wild.
going to do it a different way.
That's cool though.
I don't know.
That's a smart
it's
kid.
So weird. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, it shows something. It shows some kind of creative something. When I was a kid, I didn't fucking. Actually, the only thing I took notes of, and this is the nerdiest thing. I had a notebook full of just baseball stats before they would just be online, because you didn't know that was a thing one day. So like, if someone had a hitting streak, I'd watch all the games, and like I'd watch Sports Center, and I would take notes for like all the like. And just be like, oh, what's his face when I'm at school? Like, oh yeah, Tino's on a 5-game hitting streak. And like, just and be such a nerd if someone's like, what's his batting average right now? Just know, oh, I wrote that down this morning. Like, no.
I don't think I did that.
Yeah. But then I ended up not liking.
Did you record TV shows a lot? Mm-hmm. What VHSs did you record the most?
100. It was stand-up and then music videos.
Oh, okay.
So it's like MTV videos where I would like everyone as it started, you record it and you give it like 10 seconds. You're like, God damn it. You'd like during that song, rewind it and then get back to the exact spot. But I have a lot of like old stand up, like so many Comedy Central presents thinking that's not going to be on.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I just recorded anything Jonathan Taylor Thomas did.
Oh, that's great.
And the Muppets and Full House.
Muppets.
What a random.
What was the one that was like the Muppets but kind of eerie?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes,
Fraggle Rock. I had all that.
That shit ruled.
I loved
Good
Fraggle
call.
Rock. Down in Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, that shit ruled.
That was so cool. That show
Yeah.
was the best show because there was that big pile of leaves. And it was just, I don't know, it was fucking great. And then it really made dogs a villain, but that's okay. The dog was a villain. He kept trying to kill him.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Well, not really kill him, but he like tried to like narc on them.
Yeah. Man.
And that old man in his shop. Yeah, that was a great thing.
There was a lot of real fun like Muppet
I would watch that again to
shows.
see if it holds up.
Yeah, but then when you grow up and now it's like that, it would take, everything's all animation because it would take so long. Like what they were doing back then was so wild. The stop motion stuff and the Muppet movie.
But everything took that long.
Yeah.
So it was like it didn't matter.
Yeah, but now it's
everything
like
was on film.
Yeah,
Right.
it's super ridiculous. I feel like everything is going, especially with AI. I wonder how much is just going away.
I want Fraggle Rock. I want to watch Fraggle Rock again, and I hope it's on Netflix. You know what show I tried to watch on Netflix that doesn't exist? You have to like buy the DVDs. Beetlejuice, because of Halloween. I went to watch. Do you remember the cartoon Beetlejuice?
The cartoon.
There was a cartoon, and I was like, I want to watch this cartoon, so I tried to find it. You have to buy it on Amazon, but like you can't download it on Amazon. You have to buy the physical thing. And I'm like, how do I even play it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to watch that. I like watching shows that I used to watch again now. There's something calming in it for me.
It gives me anxiety.
Really?
Because I feel like that happened so long ago, but then I can kind of remember it. So then you're just like, okay, that was that span of time. And then you start realizing like, oh, I'm going to die.
Oh, I have to fall asleep to shows that I've already seen. Because there's something
ones I've
in
already
it that
seen
is like,
recently.
Oh, no. I'm talking like going back to Cheers.
Oh, so if I go childhood, other than like Seinfeld, I mean like kid, like if I'm watching the shows I watched as a kid and it brings
like
me back.
Animaniacs?
Yeah, like I would, after a while, I would start feeling a little old and then that would make me bummed out.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? Because I remember when I was a kid how young I was watching that. And then you're just like, oh, I'm so far from that guy.
I used to pray to the Animaniacs. I don't know why. You're like supposed to, or at least I was supposed to pray in my family before I went to bed, and I never knew what to do. So I was always just like
to the Animaniacs.
So I just didn't want to have a nightmare. So I would just be like, and I would apologize to God in it. I remember being like, I'm so sorry. I'm sure this isn't right, but I just don't want to have a nightmare. So I'm just gonna like make myself happy. They're tiny, they're teeny. Like sing the whole song, and then be like, and finish the cross and go to sleep. And I'm sure I apologized before, but it was always like a weird. I don't know, man. I did that in church too. Like anytime it was like
church creeped me out.
You had to pray. I was just like, always like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking to you about, but I'm sure you're listening to everybody else. So I'll just let you have like a skip day. Like just like you don't need to worry about me, bro.
Yeah, I always thought the hymns in church would always like bum me out.
Oh, my mom would sing them so loud.
Yeah, man, it would be
so. She was trying to be the loudest in church. We were, it was so embarrassing, and I thought it was hilarious. But my older siblings would be like, "Mom," and I would just be dying, like louder, be the loudest.
Oh, that's hilarious. We were the late family that my dad would try to sit as close as he could still. So they're like 15 minutes.
Was it Catholic?
Yeah,
me too.
So like 15 minutes into this damn service, my dad, you hear the big the door open, and then we just kind of stroll in, and instead of just going in the back and sitting down, my dad would walk as far like beyond where there's availability,
and they'd already started,
and then backtrack, and you're just like, oh my God. And the fucking priest or pastor or whatever, you could just tell he's like trying not to be fucking fuming.
It's like a stand-up comic trying to ignore the guy who got there late.
100%.
It has to be the same
100%.
thought where you're like, you have a choice. Do you address this or not?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, don't address it.
And he's done it so much. I remember once or twice as a kid, the guy has called my dad out. My dad said something, and I just remember I was mortified because it was like that. The pastor said something, everyone laughed. My dad said something, it was like crickets. And the pastor said something, and everyone it was like such a he's here.
Yeah, the comic and the
yeah. And the heckler guy.
Yeah.
But I felt this embarrassment.
Do you think they'll ever do TikTok videos of like
pastor shutdowns?
Yeah, I freaking love that. That'd be so good. We were the family with no dad, 4 kids and a mom, and we only went on holidays, or I felt like only holidays, but anytime we did go, we got picked to carry all the crap up.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like, oh, this is a large family, but also sad, and look at how woke we are for letting these people go down the thing. And my mom would be so proud, and like she'd so like pinch my shoulders back to like walk properly, and I'd just be like, okay, this is like what a wedding is, I guess. I don't know.
I went to one church for a while that was like very like they sang and everyone jumped around.
That's fun.
But it wasn't like a black church, because like I remember it was very white and Spanish, but it was very. Because they were speaking Spanish the whole time. Like they didn't, their whole sermon or whatever the fucking thing was called was in Spanish. But they would jump around and then do the speaking in tongues thing.
What is it? Like
the
gibberish? And this is still Catholic?
No. There's some random, my dad was like, when I was a kid, he wanted me to see like all the different.
Oh, that's cool.
Whatever. But I remember as a kid, you're like, this is just, I remember sitting outside next to this giant oak tree while it's all still going on inside. I like snuck out and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, like seriously that moment. And then my sister comes over and she's just like, what's going on? I was just like, this is wild. And she's like, yeah, we're almost done. You come in. And like, but as a kid, just being like, this is crazy.
It's too much, yeah.
It's too much. I don't know. But I get it.
If you're not used to it, yeah.
It's like a sporting event. If you're not used to it, it's too much.
Yeah, it was a sensory overload.
Yeah, everyone's got their thing. My dad's sport is religion.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like God could make sense. God's like your team you root for.
Well, that's good.
But then there's the teams you don't like, like
all the other religions.
The other religions.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's bad. Yeah.
That's bad.
That's why it's rough when your religion's your sport, is because it's like, well, who's the team you're trying to beat?
I remember, I went to a Catholic school, so my mom was kind of like,
time?
You don't have to go to church because you're doing it. Like,
oh, yeah.
Because she was so busy, I think. So, like, Sunday was like clean up the house.
Well, that's great, because, that's fucking.
I think, yeah.
I mean, you got away with it. Yeah, because I got kicked out of public school. So, as a punishment, I got sent to a Catholic school for a year.
I did go to public school in second grade or third grade. They do the test where they, like, an average, like, is your kid on the line, above the line, where are they mentally?
Yeah.
And they found out that I was a slow learner, probably dyslexic. They just didn't have all the things. And so they put me in like special ed. And
really?
And then the special ed teacher told my mom to get me out of that school because it was making me dumber.
No way. Did your mom do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
good
then
shit.
I went to a public school.
Gotcha.
I was like one of the only kids in my family who went to a public school because the education in our neighborhood, because in Canada you don't pay for all these schools. So it doesn't matter if you go Catholic or public. So apparently the public school was better. And then still in special ed. I was just in special ed with different kids.
Well, want to go over some quizzes to see if we're in special ed still?
I'm probably, except for the, we're going to do a quiz.
It says 1 of 15.
Oh, are you smarter than a fifth grader? Oh, no.
Yeah, so it says 1 of 15 questions. We can go back and forth.
Okay.
And then, do you want to start? Or you want me to
Sure, I'll start. And it literally starts with the word read the sentence. And you know what? It's not going to go over well. Read the sentence. Look for the phrase that completes the sentence correctly. Oh, this is a grammar question?
Oh, no.
It says the team blank play baseball. You're a baseball guy. This would be better for you. The team did not want play baseball. Okay, I can hear how that's wrong. The team refusing to play baseball, maybe. The team thought about ing. Okay, I see what we're doing now. I wish I had this knowledge in 5th grade. The team loved to play baseball. I don't know which one. Okay, wait. The team, it's definitely 2 or 4.
Yeah,
the team refusing to play baseball. The team loved to play baseball. I'm going to go with love to because I like the positivity. Am I wrong?
I think that's
Oh, we don't know yet. Yours.
Correct.
Are they all right? Oh, okay.
Bong, bong. Okay.
What is this? Oh, this is all grammar? Oh, fuck. Yours is hard.
Is this all? Oh, shit. Read the question. Find the phrase with correct punctuation. Oh, no. Which is a correct way?
I don't think anyone can do this anymore. They don't do this.
What's the
Nobody
correct way
does
to
this
choose?
anymore, right? We still do punctuation.
Close a letter. Yours truly.
To close
with a period.
letter. Like not a letter like the letter P, but like a written letter.
How to close a letter. If I write a letter, it ends with yours truly.
Oh, okay.
With a period. Yours with both capitals. Yours truly with lowercase t, and the second one with a comma. Yours truly capital with
2 dotty things.
The 2 dotty.
What are those called? Do you know?
Semicolon.
Oh wow, you know.
Yeah, because a whole colon is your butt. And yours truly with nothing.
Semicolon 2 buttholes.
So here's my thing. I would have gone yours truly. I'm gonna go comma the second one, but I would have done. I didn't know it was a lowercase t on the truly on the second one because I think that's right. If I'm not wrong,
I feel like the comma is right, but I do like I like capitalizing more things than you're supposed to because it feels good.
Feels more important.
Yeah, I like it. I agree. It's like ta-da, ta-da. Yeah, I agree.
So let's do the second one. Yours truly, lowercase with a T.
Oh, you got it.
There we go.
Pew, pew, pew.
2-0.
Okay, number 3. Select the best answer. The second. Does that say Continental?
Yes.
Okay. The Second Continental Congress. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know either. I didn't know there was one. Let
all I
alone
know,
2 of them.
the only word continental I know is when I'm at a hotel and they give me breakfast, like a continental breakfast.
By the way,
does that mean free then? Continental? I don't know what this word means.
I was just going to say, what does a continental breakfast even mean now?
I'm assuming continental. I'm going to assume continental means free. So the second free Congress.
I was thinking continental meant like European. We have some stuff from Europe. We got some stuff
like
from
a
France.
spread.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like there's one continent as the United States.
Oh, you're using logic. Okay.
But I could be so fucking wrong.
Just using shitty hotels.
I was just wondering, 'cause now I'm thinking about continental bread. I've never seen something like, oh, this is the French yogurt over here, and this is the...
Okay, no, yours seems right.
I don't know if it is. I'm sorry if I'm an idiot.
Do you know what continental means? Don't tell me yet. Do you know what it means? Off the top of your head? Maybe, but you do have a computer in front of you. Can you Google it afterwards and tell us? Okay, the Second Continental Congress chose to lead the Continental... Wait, it's using the same word twice?
Chose blank somebody to lead the Continental Army.
Right, okay. So this is an American question.
Yes, you have to find out of these 4 guys.
I don't know any of them. John Adams, was he... John Hancock.
I think he shot somebody.
Benedict Arnold and George Washington.
Okay, so John Adams, I think, shot somebody or got shot. John Hancock signed something big. Benedict Arnold.
His name is Hancock, and he shot something, and he wrote something big.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's a good way to remember it.
But it's also, that's why they say give your Hancock.
Give your... I'm learning too much.
That's real, though.
No, I believe this.
Because he wrote on the Declaration of Independence. I don't know if he was the first one to sign it. He might have been. But he wrote his name huge in the middle. And it says Hancock, like really gnarly big. So it's like, give your Hancock as your big, like, sign here. Look at that. So that's a Benedict Arnold. I think that's where they come with eggs Benedict. I'm not sure. And George Washington did something. He chopped down a tree, but
I'm thinking about getting my citizenship, and I think this podcast is going to help me pass.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because I'm going to need this information. Actually, we should do one where the quiz is the green card is, so that I can pass. That will help me. That will help me practice. I know it's 100 questions. We could do 10
Is it
each
really?
time. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know how many I'm allowed to fail on. Okay, I'm going to go with a John because there's 2 Johns. Why would you give me 2 Johns? Right. This is exactly how I would have answered a test in school. Just gone with the old. I have no idea on any of this. I don't know what continental means, and I don't know any of these people.
I would say George Washington, but the second is throwing me off because he's the first president, and it's like,
he can't be the second then. Yeah, that's great process of elimination.
Thank you. I'm feeling this.
Because you told me John Hancock wrote big, it feels like he is an individual who cares too much about himself, so I'm not going to put him in this sentence. So I'm going to go John Adams purely because of what I just found out about Hancock. Yeah, I don't know if this is right at all.
Oh, it was George Washington. So, wow.
Why'd you put 2 Johns in there for people like me?
Damn. Okay, well, here we go. Another one.
Did you find out what Hancock means?
Hancock, you mean
or not
continental?
Hancock? See, this is why. Okay, so maybe I'm not. Is that dyslexia? Is that ADHD? Or is that just can't remember, like Dory? Am I Dory?
You Dory? What's Dory?
Dory's the fish you can't remember 1 second to the next.
From what?
Finding Nemo.
Oh.
So you win. It's having.
So it's kind of like a European breakfast. Yeah.
A John Wick breakfast. I like that.
Oh, okay.
Next time I go to a hotel that has continental breakfast, I'm like, I know what that means.
I know, right? Like Picture Day podcast,
and then the
next
morning, I'll be like, this isn't from Europe.
Just looking it up.
This is locally sourced.
All right. Select the best answer. The British hired nearly 30,000 troops from Germany to help them fight the colonists. These mercenaries or blank were the blank. Jesus Christ.
I stopped listening halfway through you talking. Okay. That's how ADHD. I probably do have ADHD.
No, this is what I do in tests growing up too. Like I read it.
I literally didn't hear anything you said.
Exactly. I read it.
I was literally being like, wow, there's a lot of ads that pop up. That's what I was thinking.
The British hired nearly 30,000 troops from Germany, to help them fight the colonists. These mercenaries, so these people that they hired from Germany were referred to as either civilians, and they were the Swamp Fox fighters, or they were the Redcoats, and they were the Paul Revere riders. Let's see, from Germany to help them fight. So from Germany, I wouldn't do the Redcoats because those are British. Paid professional soldiers and Hessians.
That feels right.
Or Whigs revolutionaries.
Is that Whigs with an H?
Yeah, I think so. Whigs.
Whigs.
Like Kristen Whig.
Oh, okay.
You're learning a lot.
30,000 troops. You know so much more than me.
Okay, civilians, I would do, let's see. So the British hired nearly 30,000 troops from Germany. So these would be German troops. I think they would be called Whigs and revolutionaries. Well, that's too on the nose.
But why wouldn't it be right? Paid
professional soldiers. That's what they called them. And then they referred to as the Redcoats. No.
That's what I would say.
Civilians, Swamp Fox. I'm going to go Whigs revolutionaries.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with the Whigs revolutionaries on this.
It's his.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. What was it? No, it wasn't. Are you serious?
It makes sense.
Real? They called it the paid professional soldiers.
Why wouldn't you just call them what they are? Why would you got to make a sneaky name about it?
Not a sneaky name, just a fun name.
Nah, you just...
Wow, I'm disappointed.
Sorry.
Well, I thought there was more creativity in the war. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. What is 1285?
I thought we were going to smoke this.
What is 1285 rounded to the nearest 100?
Get out of here.
100? Okay, I'm going to say 1300. Oh, the options. Well, people will be able to see this, right?
Yeah.
But if you're just listening, it's 1290, 1280, 1300, or 1200. 1300.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Which layer of the earth do humans actually live on?
Oh, okay.
The core, the crust, the mantle, or none of the above? I didn't know there was a mantle, I know it's not the core.
It's definitely, I think crust.
I think it's the crust, but now the mantle's throwing me up. I never even heard the mantle.
It may not be real. A mantle just might be like a chimney they were just cheating you on.
I was thinking Mickey.
Oh, Mickey Mantle. Yeah, it's just a dude.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we just lived on him for a while. Crust? Let's go crust.
Crust is one of my favorite words I don't say anymore.
It's a good word.
When I was growing up, we win! When I was growing up, crusty is like a word that you'd be like, you're crusty.
In a bad way, right?
But when I moved to America, I called somebody crusty and got in a lot of trouble. So like wherever I grew up, which is Canada, but I don't know if it's all of Canada, just like the neighborhood I grew up in, if you called somebody crusty, it meant like you're in a bad mood. Like, or don't be like so rude or
no,
sassy.
Krusty's like
you're gross and like physical. Yeah. But if I was like, don't be crusty. You're being crusty right more. Now. And then I stopped saying it because I literally was like, you're crusty. And someone was like, what'd you call me? And I was like, oh,
if you called me crusty, I'd feel butthurt about it. I'd be like, oh, man.
Well, what a good word. You being crusty.
It is a good word. Crusty. It's phenomenal.
It makes sense. Okay.
I said something earlier, my buddy was I was on the phone with him and we were talking about like I was saying something about smoking weed and I was like, when I smoke a joint I like to smoke it to my face and he's like, that's a great term. And I never thought about it and he was just like, bro, that is so funny. He's not a smoker and I've heard that like my whole life but it's just like, oh yeah, you just don't share it, it's to your face.
I agree with that. You that's one of my biggest problems with weed is that everyone shares it,
right?
Because it's like that's so many germs,
right?
Like if I choose to drink, I'm not getting you drunk by you sitting there.
But it's
like a very weird
if thing. I'm drinking, I'm not going to hand you the same can.
I'm not passing my beer around. Get your own beer.
Right? Could you imagine? It's like it's as weird as when someone's like,
it's weird that you're supposed to.
Yeah. And it's weird that it's rude not to.
Yeah, that's
what pisses me the fuck off. Gross. When I'm like smoking and then the whole group surrounds me because they're just like, "Whoa, let me fucking smoke." It's like, well, I'm just going to donate this joint to y'all.
What'd you call it again?
Smoke it to my face.
I think that's our first T-shirt.
Smoke it to your face.
Smoke it to your face. Smoke it to my face, or smoke it to your face.
Yeah, smoke it to your face. Because yeah, someone will give you the joint, be like, "Oh, smoke this to your face." Because then you can just
wear that shirt when you don't want to pass.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, no, man.
I'm smoking to my face. I'm
gonna smoke it to my face.
I'm gonna smoke it to my face, dude.
I like that.
I like it too.
All right. Air pressure is measured with an instrument called a microscope. Oh crap! These words are getting harder.
Barometer.
Barometer. Oh yeah, that is a word.
Thermometer.
Thermometer or an anemometer.
Anemometer.
I need glasses. I'm going to bring glasses next time we do this because I definitely wear glasses. This is also, I'm literally in my mind trying to pinch and picker. ANEMOM. This is literally a driving test. Maybe I should be driving with my glasses. Anemometer.
That sounds like a word.
Yeah, that does.
That sounds like a real word. Okay. Better than anemeter.
Air pressure.
An anemeter.
Okay, the air pressure in your tire is how I'm going to guess this.
So it's not microscope or thermometer,
not a microscope,
obviously.
And it's not a thermometer.
So it's
a barometer does the I know that word.
I know the word too.
I know the word barometer.
Well, doesn't someone
but an anemometer sounds fun too because I just heard it for the first time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so for air though, I don't think I've ever heard barometer in the terms of air.
Isn't it the barometer?
The barometer?
I feel like, is the barometer? Or is the barometer like we're going north and south? It's like
that feels more right.
Okay,
but what's an
I'm gonna go with the anemometer because I don't know what that word means.
An anemometer. You said it the one time, it sounded great.
I'll listen back. Yeah, let's check it out. Was it barometer? Damn it!
It was barometer. You're right.
I gotta trust myself. I gotta stop listening to you.
Okay. Which decimal is the smallest amount? 0.0003, 0.003, 0.03, or 0.3. Obviously 0.0003. First one.
Please be right.
Further back. There we go.
Is that say Quakers? That feels like a bad word.
Quakers? That's such a fun.
It feels like a bad word.
It does. And it's such a fun time that I wish we spoke more about, like pilgrims, Quakers.
Quakers sounds
like I grew up in Colony, New York, so it was a very fun, like we'd go to like.
Isn't Quaker a racist word though, doesn't it?
Is it a word?
If like someone called you a Quaker?
I think they just call you like super white. Like you're a white, right?
It feels like a bad word.
It feels bad. I mean, I feel like Quakers is very similar to Amish. I feel like I see them as very in the same.
I feel like Quaker's a bad word.
It could be.
Quakers such as William Penn practice a religion belief called tolerance. Yeah, it's a bad word. It says the word religion and Quakers in it.
I don't know, hilarious. You have to have a belief called tolerance. You mean just tolerating shit?
Actually, it's probably the best belief I've ever heard.
That's hilarious.
Which of the following items means the same as tolerance?
Ooh.
Okay, prayer. No, you're trying to trick me with the word religion, putting prayer in there.
Yeah.
Judgment, that is a religion. We good.
Yeah.
Study and acceptance. I'm going to say acceptance.
That's so funny, though, because if you tolerate something and you accept it, it's totally different.
For sure, but you can't study it.
But if you tolerate...
And if you judgment it...
If you tell me, hey, how do you feel about gay people? I accept gay people. Sure. How do you feel about gay people? I tolerate gay people.
Right. I agree that they're different words, but they're saying which...
No, I get you. I mean, is it right?
I'm going to say acceptance. I'm saying acceptance. Yep.
That's hilarious.
I'm going with my gut. I'm not listening to you no more.
But it's just so funny that it's like, yeah, what's the same as tolerance? Acceptance?
Well, it's not prayer.
I know, but it's just hilarious that that's what they think is like, you know, I tolerate that person.
Well, words change meaning over time, right?
That's very true.
Oh, you made it bigger?
Wow.
I don't need my glasses anymore.
Okay. Where would the
I'm literally reading the side outs.
and 3/4 be found on the number line? Between they show you a bunch of letters A, B, C, D all the way through O, and they show you numbers -3 through 4.
I already know the answer.
So it's going to be between L and M. Just looking at the chart, which is the 4th one.
You're right.
This is a very visual one. If you guys are listening to the pod, by the way, watch it on YouTube or Facebook, whatever. We'll share it everywhere, Instagram clips. But listening, you can still do everywhere. But there's going to be some fun visuals. Recommend watching.
How do you get a video on Spotify where you see the video? Because you can do that.
I think we just have to
figure it out.
Submit it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's Spotify
Maybe
too.
We'll do that.
There you go. So I think it's 4th one between L and M. There we go.
Okay. Read each sentence to see if it contains figurative language.
Wow.
Then select the best answer. Figurative language means like suggestive. Is that right? It feels like
I think it's fake. Isn't figurative like not real?
This is going to be real hard when I don't know what the question... This is one of those where you raise your hand for your teacher and you go, I don't know what figurative means. And she's like, we spent a whole chapter on it. It's like, crap. Should have gone to school more. We tramped through the mall parking lot like a gaggle of geese. That's a fun thing to say. Like a gaggle of geese.
You tramped through? What the fuck is a tramped through?
Oh, figurative. Okay, a simile... No, does that say simile?
Yeah, simile, metaphor, personification, or no figurative language.
Okay, it's got to be something because they don't like to do not a figurative language, but I don't know what a figurative language means.
So which
one? Simile means the same of a same, right? And a gaggle of geese isn't the same of a same. So that much I know.
So what do you mean the same of a same?
A metaphor, it's not a metaphor. So I'm going to say personification.
Wait,
what?
But for simile, same of a same, like...
Isn't simile mean like they have the same... I could be wrong. It's got the word same-ish. So I thought a simile meant similar. You know what I mean?
I get similes and metaphors confused a lot because I'll say something I think it's a metaphor. And I'm like, oh, I think that was a simile.
But you don't know what it means?
I don't know what it means.
Man, we gotta...
Personify. I don't know what personification
Doesn't it mean to make something bigger? Personification? So that's probably the wrong one. I'm going with personification though. I like how they made
like a gaggle of geese. Bigger. It's a simile. It's like a gaggle of geese, right?
You think it's a simile?
Maybe.
Okay, we'll simulate it.
Are we trying? I don't know.
Simile. I don't really care.
I don't know. It
is? Okay, but what's that word that was in the question mean?
Personification?
No, the
gaggle? Tramp?
Was it personification? There's so many words. Every word we just read, what do all of them mean?
I don't know any of these.
Oh, guys, we're all going to get smart together. And you can, comment and be like, hey, how are you this dumb and still breathing?
Yeah. I do feel smarter after these episodes for at least a week.
I feel dumber.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know what a gaggle is.
I learned some shit.
I do learn something.
Yeah.
We'll keep it. Like eventually we'll do this where it'll come up to a question we've already answered.
Ooh.
And then that'll be the day that we find out if we've learned.
On our 100th episode, we should do the first quiz again.
This one?
I'll
remember. Yeah. If you tell me now, I will remember that.
That's what I mean. And then we should try.
And then I'll just remember the order in which it should have been. I won't remember the why, but I'll be like, I do remember you got this one wrong and I got it right. And I would have thought that.
What was that movie when we were growing up where like all these kids, oh my God, it's like the best movie ever. All these kids got like, they had to do like summer school and they had a teacher and they had like these two guys that were like these horror movie art, like effects guys. because like they had a teacher, and then the teacher ended up leaving, so they had a different teacher for a minute.
It wasn't like
beach.
a Saturday. Okay.
It was like it was like a 90s beach movie.
90s, okay. That's
and it was like a teacher. Oh, fuck. It was so goddamn
how many kids?
Good. Like a classroom. Because then they always had they had to do a test at the end to pass to get into something. And I remember they were all studying the answers, not the questions. As a kid, I was like, that's so fun. But there were these two characters in it that were like these horror special effects makeup guys. Because during the show,
were they the teachers or the students?
There were the two students. Because during the show or the movie, like some weird shit would happen. Like when they had to scare away their 1 second teacher, they did all this horror special. It was a great movie. God damn it. I'm totally spacing on it.
If you know what this is, comment. We'll watch it.
Comment and we'll watch it.
I don't know what it is.
I got to say it before the end of this. All right, is this mine?
Yeah.
Jane rents. Yeah, we have like 10 minutes. Jane rents ice skates at noon. The charges are $5 for the first hour and 50 cents per hour.
Oh, this is a math question.
Oh my God.
I like math questions. Okay. The charges are $5 for the first hour and 50 cents per every quarter hour.
God
thereafter.
Damn it.
Her rental charge was $6.50. What time does she return the skates?
So she starts at noon.
So then you're doing 50
every
cents
quarter hour is 50. So it's $2 an hour after that. Right?
Yeah. So she doesn't stay a full hour. So she does an hour and.
Oh my God.
Okay,
so she leaves at fucking
50 cents, $1.50. It's $1.50 more. So it's 45 minutes.
And
so
she starts at noon.
Yeah,
so she leaves at 1:45. Is that it? God damn, that just hurt.
I like math, but I hated the word. I loved math growing up.
Wild.
I was in 9th grade math and like 5th grade. And
no way.
But the only ones I didn't like are the ones you had to read the whole like problem, and then or if you had to show your work, because I'd be like, the answer is this, and the teacher would be like, how? I'd be like, I don't know. My brain
showing the work was
my
the
brain
worst.
told me how. I don't remember how. I got
take away credit for not showing work.
We have 2 questions left. We'll finish it.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Blank established a colony in Maryland where they could, not would. See, this is why I can't read. Establish a colony in Maryland where they could worship freely.
Oh, so who blank? Okay, and the options
William
are
Pence and the Quakers. Why are they going back? Why do I keep getting Quaker questions? Joy. See, there's not even a J there. Oh my gosh, it says Roger Williams and Ann Hutchinson. Hutchinson. George, are you Googling this, cheater?
No.
George Calvert and the Catholics. Ooh, that's scandalous. John Winthrop and the. What's that? Puritans? What is that word? Do you know? Anybody?
Puritans.
Oh, okay. Blank established a colony in Maryland. Do any of these people scream Maryland to you? I mean, Quakers, right?
I was gonna say Quakers feels Marylandy. Ann Hutchinson sounds like a Maryland name. I don't fucking know. This is a rough one. This is 5th grade. Who knows this?
Okay, was the last answer was the first one, right? 1 point.
Where they could worship.
But the
freely.
last one we picked the first one, right? When it was 1.45, 1 hour and 40.
Yeah.
Right. So
you don't think it'd be the first one again?
It can't be the first one again. That's what I'm thinking.
I just feel like Quakers seem like some of the because it's the first established. Quakers seems very.
Catholics were here first too, though.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't think
I'm going to go George Calvert because I don't think it'll be the first one because the last one was the first one.
Okay.
Again, this is how I would have taken a test. I would have been like, it can't be the first. It has to be the third.
Okay, George Calvert.
Yeah, Calvert and the Catholics. Come on.
Wow.
We went to church, baby.
No way.
Yeah. Give me a wafer. Let's go.
I looked at the movie. It's called Summer School.
Oh, I think I watched that.
Very good movie. So that reminds me of this. All right. Select the proper way to capitalize the word or words that completes the sentence. God, my blank told me I couldn't go to the movies tonight.
Now, as someone who was raised by a single mom, if I had gotten this wrong, I would have crossed out the word dad 100% and just put mom and put capital M, told me blank. And then when I got it wrong, I would have gone to my mom and be like, I don't fucking have a dad. And she would have gone to the teacher and been like, you got to give her this right. I used to do that shit all the time. Father's Day, I'd be like, I'm writing my mom a card. Awesome. And they'd be like, I mean, now it's more accepting.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was such a dick about that shit.
So I'm going back to the capital. So what it comes down to is it all lowercase? It has to start with a capital M, so the first 2 options are gone.
So it's a matter of is dad and mom
exactly. Are dad and mom capital or are dad and mom
they're
lowercase?
fucking authoritative.
Yeah, but fuck. It is weird to see dad and mom not capital.
No, they're capitalized because those people tell you what the fuck to do.
Yeah, let's do that. Third one, let's capitalize everything.
If it's
other
not
than
right, call my mom. She'll tell you you're right. She'll tell you you're right.
What's this website?
She'll call them.
I'm gonna fucking call them.
You're wrong.
I'm gonna write you in.
I'm a noun, bitch. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we're doing this last one together.
All right. Read the problem carefully and choose the correct answer.
Which of the figures are congruent? That's a word I remember. Okay, so it's 2 of them. So 2 of them have to be the same.
Congruent.
I would say 1 and 4 are not congruent because they are, or is congruent mean the same?
I was gonna say if you have to, I would say it wasn't them until you're telling me you have to pick 2 of them, and those are the only 2 that look the same. So I would say those 2 because the other
let's go with it. Let's go with 1 and 4.
How else are or none of the above?
No, I don't believe that they would do none of the above.
Yeah, that's true. It's such a cop out.
Because it's a TV show questionnaire thing.
Yeah. So we're gonna do 1 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll find out what congruent means.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey.
Sweet.
What do we score overall?
Yeah, you got 12 right, 3 wrong.
Not bad.
I don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad either.
I don't.
There we go.
I like the way we got to our logic. A little slower than others, but that's okay.
We got there.
We did. That's the problem with tests in school is that they time them.
Oh, yeah.
If they just let you take your time and figure it out on your own time.
You think you get it?
I do.
I mean, the stress of this one's taking me a long time, especially in the beginning.
Yeah, you skip it or whatever, and then it makes you panic about all the other questions. I feel like if they just let you be like, okay, today is test day in all your subjects. When you get them all done, you get to go home.
That'd be
and then I would also be like, okay, I just want to go home.
Speed through. Yeah.
But I do think that that's the best thought process.
Well, hopefully everybody here feels smarter.
Yeah, that was the point.
The point of the show is that we talk about, we revisit some of the shit to see if it's stuck, see what sticks.
Yeah, and we'll have guests on too.
We'll have guests on.
We'll have guests on all the time. Mm-hmm. Some comedians, some not comedians, some, I don't know, smart people. We should get some smart people.
I was going to say, we should get some real smart people. You know what? I think it'd be fun to get some people we think are dumb and see. I bet we'll be shocked how smart some of our dumb friends are.
Okay, if you're one of our dumb friends who thinks they're smart, DM us and we'll put you on.
We'll get
but
you on.
have to tell us that we think you're dumb.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you're dumb. But
you're probably dumb.
Shock us. Because I know my mom hates when I do this.
And we change
stuff.
what kind of tests we do.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be
different.
the same kind of test.
It's not always going to be grammar or history. It'll be most of the time it'll be very mixed. We didn't get any astrology or anything with the world.
Because astrology isn't real. I'm kidding.
Tell all the girls I date that.
The moon is flat.
And cheese.
The moon is flat, right? Yeah.
It's flat? I thought it was cheese.
Oh, that's where the cow lives. Okay.
The Earth is flat. The moon is cheese.
I know, but it's more fun to
the moon is flat. The Earth is cheese.
No, that's wrong. What I was messing it up on purpose.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It could be flat. I don't know. I've only seen the front of it.
I haven't been there yet, so I can't say that I know.
I can't say it for real, for sure.
Yeah, I've never visited. Do you think we'll be able to visit the moon in our lifetime?
Ooh, maybe.
Do you think in the future there'll be field trips to the moon?
I would.
Like as a school? Like if we...
Imagine going to the airport at LAX. Like, where are you going? It's like, oh, I'm going to the
moon. Baby!
Fly me to the moon.
Fly me to the moon.
That'd be great.
Let me.
Something with some stars.
Yeah, I would. Okay, would you do space travel in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, other than going to the moon?
Well, we'll start with the moon. Okay,
would you go to the moon
or Mars? Like if Elon does
Mars,
the Mars thing.
Mars is a little bit more dicey. I don't know how much I trust Mars.
So you do the moon first.
I'll do the moon.
Would you do it now or would you wait? Like I feel like anything like that, I would definitely not be the first batch of people to go. But if it got to like a good place, I wouldn't go till my 70s, maybe late 60s, because then I feel like if shit hit the fan, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah. I feel like
it's like 70s.
I feel like the moon is
80s.
kind of like Europe.
Live forever.
You can go in your 30s and 40s, but like Mars is a little bit more like Asia.
But you would go in your you would go right now.
If I had an option to go to the moon safe, like if it was
but you don't know how safe it is, right?
True. If they had a year of moon travel.
Just a year.
Give me a year of moon travel.
Oh, I need more than a year, man.
How long do you have to be out there though?
That's another. How long does it take?
Because it's one of those things like you go on a ride, you do the moon, and you come back that day, or is this like a fucking dog? This is like Naked and Afraid on the moon. You know what I mean?
You can't do naked and
They
afraid on
just
the
give
moon.
you a
have to.
helmet, and then your body's naked.
Every guy's
That'd be-
penis is floating. Look, I'm hard. No, you're
that'd be
not.
hilarious. Just these little
Your
penises.
balls would
that are-
finally lift.
That'd be great.
That'd be nice.
I think it'd make everyone
Ladies'
feel better.
tatas would be up.
It makes everybody feel
No
better.
wrinkles. Okay.
Maybe that's what you do when you get old.
You go to the moon to get young.
Get young.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Let's do this.
Let's do this next week.
We're going to the moon.
Let's go to the moon.
Thanks for listening.
That's for sure.
Bye.
Bye.